are you going so fast tonight? Have you ever stopped beside the road to smell the rose of life? Take a breath now, don't hold it in too long, 'cause you might end up missing out on life's short little song. She's saying, ooh, you've got one life to live. She's singing, ooh, you've got one life to live. Don't let it go. Ooh, you've got one life to live. She's singing, ooh, you've got one life to live. Don't let it go. Don't let it go. You've got one life to live. Don't let it go. Can you let go? Let go of it all tonight. Or will you decide to push on through and ignore the words inside? Take a breath now. Don't hold it in too long, 'cause you'll find you're missing out. Short little song. She's saying, ooh, you've got one life to live. She's singing, ooh, you've got one life to live. Don't let it go. Ooh, you've got one life to live. She's singing, ooh, you've got one life to live. Don't let it go. Turn around, I feel the breeze over me. You watch your dreams unfold. Let it come around and let it breathe over me. It's time to go away into the light. I feel the calming energy. I see the darkness coming, and I'm calling you to help me set me free. I'm calling for you. I'm calling for It's the unknown, the unknown. I'm calling for you. I'm calling for you.
Inside the book that I wrote are all the words that we spoke, yet only with our eyes. Now is the time to choose. Somebody wins and some lose. I can see through your disguise. Lay it down, hope for something better. Looking at the clouds, the cyber and the weather. You can't keep this up. The lies are just too much. Kick back, start another fire. Looking at the clouds, making shapes that you admire. And you can't stop it now, 'cause you don't know how.
Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the ALG League, and your host with the most, 4T, a man, a Fortrixel here, bringing you guys the action amongst, some amazing and really inspiring Call of Duty that happened today in the CDL. We saw the underdogs, Toronto Ultra take down the London Royal Ravens, who were looking very hot, and the even hotter team, the hottest team in the entire CDL, lost to a team that is considered potentially at being the bottom right now in this stage, the LA Gorillas. Absolutely insane stuff went on today, and hopefully with the matches we have lined up tonight, that we can witness some really insane stuff as well here. So we have Redux Rain versus Elemental Gaming for your first match of the night. And again, not next to me is going to be any other co-caster. We're going to have this really happy man of the real King Ray, owner of ALG League. He's just going to be, chilling, and I'll have him over in his spot here, over to my right. For my sake, it's on my left, right? But to my right, so that it's easier for you guys at home. And well, these two teams, if you don't already know them, let me give you a little bit of an introduction. We got Redux Rain, a team that has been has shifted recently with the new additions of some players to their roster that replace players that just can't compete anymore, or have left them entirely. Pardon me on that little bump on my mic. But they do have a really good roster. They do have a really good record. Their record is 4-5. They unfortunately lost earlier tonight on off stream to Flawless, a team that's been taking the league by storm, or at least their group by storm as of recent. And they're going to try to get a win here so that they can end this week off on a 1-1 record in terms of their matches this week, and also end off this week on a 5-5, where they still have a very good record to try to make a case for them being in the top 4 in that group, because top 4 is winner's bracket. Now, looking over at Elemental Gaming, they are a team that has been at the bottom of the group within the last bottom 2 spots, kind of coasting around there, really trying to find themselves with a lot of pressure from the start on themselves, being the sole representatives from the Latin American region. They are the Puerto Rican players of Elemental Gaming, led by Barba Blanca, who's been a bit of a standout, or been a bit of an interesting player to watch grow and perform in this league when it comes to the different bottom tier talented teams in the league. You got Mythical as well, who shows himself up here and there, hot and cold. Dios, who's been really looking hot in those search and destroys for the roster, and then Ghost, who came in and has yet to really make a full presence, is kind of looking like a ghost, like his name suggests, a bit clear. And not too noticeable. And over on the side of Redux Rain, introducing guys to the players, we got Blinder, Schnapps, and Flinch, all household names you guys should know if you guys have spotted Redux Rain before in the past here. With the new addition tonight is going to be Jafud, who should be looking to make a difference for the roster and help maybe shock a few of those teams in their group that still have matches to play against these guys, off stream and on stream in the next 2 weeks before we hit the playoffs. Now, Elemental Gaming 1-7, very hungry, very much need a win, desperate for a win, so they can make themselves look better going into playoffs and potentially still try to race to find a top 4 spot. Mathematically it's still possible, but it's not really probable based off of what we know when it comes to the talent in their group. But you just can't count them out. And right now, I have the maps to show you guys as well for the matchup tonight. We have the maps of Moscow for the first 2. We have the Raid on Control, the Control and Raid, I mean. We have, which has been very popular. We got Checkmate for Hardpoint, and then we have Miami to end things off in the S&D. It's going to be interesting to see if we do go any further distance than 3 maps. Statistically speaking, between the two teams, with the record that Redux Rain have, they look very superior in comparison to their opponents here. And yeah, it should be a walkthrough. It should be a 3-0. That's what the expectation is. Now, whether or not Elemental Gaming can deliver and deliver us an upset, sort of like what we saw from LAG or Toronto Ultra today. That's up for debate, and that's definitely something that is possible. Now let's jump into the action as I get the map started here between the two teams. Any predictions? Those of you guys in chat here tuning in, if you guys got some predictions for the series score and the winner, the overall winners of the series, drop them in the chat. I want to see who you guys are leaning towards, and you know, who you guys got in terms of you know, if you got any players here, you know, who you guys are cheering for as well. Not just obviously predicting, but who you guys are cheering for. I want to see that as well. So we have an interesting match between these two. It's looking very one-sided, but whether or not it ends up being something more competitive, that'll be interesting. You know, I'm cheering for the purple, the team in purple. That's gonna be Redux Rain for this matchup, and well, looks like the teams are here. They're ready to rock and to knock the socks off of you guys, the people to be entertained, the chat, as it's gonna be Redux Rain up against Elemental Gaming. Elemental on the left and Redux Rain on the right. Redux is going to get onto the hill to break into it early. They will be getting a few points of progress here, but without spawns for P2, that will be problematic down the line. And to have Dios be that only line of defense here in the middle here, that a spawn out is very volatile and very much on the cards. If we don't see the side of Elemental Gaming reinforce the back there, they will get reinforcements in time to stop whatever push might have started to come out. Blinder will get a very important kill on Plat. Number 5 lurking from the side. Flinched will be able to run straight into the back here, get those spawns for the team in purple. Redux Rain will have a lot to work with them. They have 33 seconds off of the first hill, and then time to really dig their feet into the sand here over at P2 and grab early points in this hill. And right now we're gonna see a nice pick come in from Elemental. Barba Blanca gonna force himself out right here, trying to find more kills. Schnops will take him down. He will stay alive, dip ducking and dodging, but unfortunately drop in midst the chaos. And Elemental Gaming flip around the spawns here, and Redux Rain find themselves in the bad position. Now, with Ghost grabbing time on this hill, he's going to have to try to take down Schnops. He will be able to take him down, but with Jafud in the back grabbing a big kill on Dios, that's going to cause spawns to spawn around, to flip-flop around once again, and Redux Rain find themselves on the better end of the stick here. But Elemental Gaming, they have all the real estate that is needed for that early rotation to P number 3. And will they be able to make enough time go their way, as we're starting to see those purple arrows rotate in to the back here, coming in from the steps. Mythical in a very important spot back here behind the bookshelf, behind bookstore, to get some kills to help hold the line. And well, we're gonna see Jafud and the 3 players, the 3 orange and purple arrows, make their way into the back here, and they're gonna do a lot of damage. Jafud will take down Flinch, though. That team shot is not gonna be good. It's gonna bite him in the back here. Schnops is gonna be spawning out, as it's absolute chaos right now, with more reinforcements, safe reinforcement spawns coming in for the people in pink. The Elemental Gaming side have gotten the points differential to be closed in and a lot more closer. Now with players onto the hill, we're starting to look at scrap time here and rotation time to come over for Elemental Gaming. Ghost, the COD timing just isn't good for him there, as he's going to drop. The Golden Palace is going to be purple, painted purple by Redux Rain right now, as they're looking to hold up. They're looking to hold up shop here, open up shop over at the Gold Palace, and even into this Boulevard. Blinder going to be looking at long range here from Globe. He's going to get cut down from the player coming from Checkers. Mythical going to maybe find himself a second. He slides into the face of Flinched, but Flinched does not need to flinch a second. He will be able to grab the kill. Sliding into his DMs, but getting swatted like a fly, like an underage child sliding into a porn star's DMs. Is not successful whatsoever. As my cat also trying to slide into the commentary, into the mic to do some commentary on, going to be unsuccessful at doing that, as I just nudged him aside and put him in his place, as he's going to decide to just chill out for a while. Right now, this point's been really chill purple from Redux Rain, as they've been able to grab a lot of control of it. Schnapp's going to put down that trophy system, but he's not going to be ready for the player wrap behind him, and that's going to be Barba Blanca. You're seeing a successful, really successful start. His debut, his first map in mode in the ALG League. Jafud is going to be going really, really good 11-4. Flinched also, the player that's been most powerful in this Redux Rain side. He's showing up once again, giving us a really strong performance here, going 11-3 with a streak in his hands as well to use at a later time here in this map. And over on the side of Elemental Gaming, you're looking at some really rough dispositions here. You're seeing Dios going 6-13. You're seeing 5-9 for Ghost. Barba Blanca also faltering a bit. Mythical, the one actually standing on his head. But it's just not, this is not what the side of Elemental Gaming need to be seeing for them to find some sorts of success in this one. They need to find themselves just wrapping and reaching these hills faster and sooner, and then being able to hold on to, you know, the early first initial time they get off of these hills. Mythical is going to be good for 1 kill. He's playing patiently from off his side. He's going to have some assistance here, but those players are going to start getting shot at from the player top office. Top PD going to get suppressed a bit by Dios, but the reinforcements from those spawns are in. And we're going to just see the point start to go purple once again. Ghost needs to maybe grab another kill back here. Cause some more problems. Jafud going to get taken down. The spawn to the right is going to be good. He's going to have reinforcements. The scrap time of 15 seconds going to go the way of the team in purple. But they're going to decide to just drop it. Not really grab much more time of it. They're going to just rotate over for this next hill that we're seeing Elemental Gaming already setting up in. Barba Blanca going to spot 3, call them all out. But he's not going to be able to take any of them down as trees in the forest fall down. Even if no one's seeing them, they still will make sounds. And the side of Redux, oh my lord, escaping with this sliver of health is Schnaps, and he's going to be able to put a trophy system down too. Jafud going to get a big kill with his AK-74. Ooh. As Ghost, he's going to get a big kill with that. Krieg in the back, but unfortunately, Elemental Gaming get flipped upside down. The reverse card in Uno played on them, and they lose control of this hill. Redux Rain. They will reign supreme on this hill, and, well, quite frankly, they're going to be raining a lot of... not even raining, it's going to be hailing on them on the side of Elemental Gaming. As Redux Rain, they're up at 170. To just now, Elemental Gaming passing 100 points off the scrap time on this hill, just nibbling on some scrap little pieces of bubblegum. Pink bubblegum is that hill. Redux Rain, they've been just beating Elemental Gaming to the punch. You know, getting early time, getting set up early on a lot of these hills, and they've just been coming out, and that difference, you know, of early time is. And on top of that, you know, just being able to set their feet down. Oh my gosh, setting them feet down, setting those players down is Jafud. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the... Jafud not gonna make somebody hit the floor, just right on the end of that little joke there that I was going for. But he's gonna stay alive with this 5 streak, looking to make it maybe 6. Flinched will take that kill. Jafud gonna slide on out here, get another one, but his fadeaway jumper, it is contested. He will be fouled on the follow through, even though it goes in. You know, not 2 points, no 2-point conversion for him. Dios though gonna convert for 2 over by that hill on the rotation over to P1, as we're set for a 3rd rotation of hills here in this hard point. And the side of Elemental Gaming, looking a little lost sometimes here, like a puppy without their owner. As Barba Blanca, he's going to be working with his teammate in here, but number 3, this Ghost going to be wrapping out to go straight. I'm not sure why, and he's going to get cut down, nearly getting the kill on Jafud. He gets away with his life on the precipice of death. Ghost will take him down in the back. So Elemental Gaming, they're playing this rotational play for this next hill. They're playing it well, but a lot of scrap time here is going to be going the way of Redux Rain, and they need to punish. Elemental Gaming is getting punished for leaving this hill open for Redux Rain. Redux Rain just needs one break, or they could just give away the whole 100% of the next hill's time to the side of Elemental Gaming and just get set up and get early time on P4, and they would still win the game that way. But here, they decide to flip on out and make their way into this hill. Flinched is going to be there to get the rest of that time, and Redux Rain will secure the win on the first map. 250 to 138 is your scoreline. Great work from Redux Rain. Jafud making his debut, making himself heard, and definitely not being handled well by Elemental Gaming here. It's going to be interesting to see if he becomes more of a household name here, and if he maybe eclipses some of the other players in terms of popularity on this Redux Rain roster, as Jafud coming in hot, coming in heavy. As Elemental Gaming do drop in the first map of this series, there is more Call of Duty still to come. We will be in for another one. And unfortunately, you guys can hear people talking in the game, so I'll turn that down so you guys don't get to hear any of their comms or anything like that. But man, the Flinched fan base, the Flinched fan club is out in full force here. Yeah, just gonna deal with something just really quickly with a little bit of tech stuff. Gonna set up the next match, set up the next map and whatnot with the lobby, and then we'll jump right into that action right when it's ready for you folks. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back and ready for that search and destroy on Moscow. Redux Rain up 1-0 over Elemental Gaming. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Short little break there to deal with the little technical stuff and whatnot. So we are going to be jumping right into the action between the two teams. And we got ourselves an interesting one here. It's Redux Rain up against Elemental Gaming. And starting off great is Redux Rain as they're able to get themselves on the board with the first map. But this bomb plant so quick, so slippery. Is Barba Blanca going to even be able to back away and keep his life? As he's going to maybe play for Flinched here, who is on that half wall. He is going to get shot at, but still stays alive. So slippery is he, like an eel, like a thief in the night. Will he check the bomb? The defuse, it looks like it's going to be good. Jafud just going to stick the defuse. Not have to worry about killing off the rest of the players on Elemental Gaming. And Redux Rain, 200 IQ, able to get that round to go their way. Little short pause right there would have been where my co-caster would have probably chimed in and been like, oh, of course, Chase, you know, that Redux Rain side played it really well, you know, very, very great positioning, and Elemental Gaming just looked very fast-paced, and they wanted to get that bomb planted down so quick, and then just hop away like rabbits, and flee and hide, as the wolves, they sniffed the wolf pack coming for them. They played for the retake, but just not well enough, and, well, Redux Rain looks like they're now with the offense. Instead of going to A like they saw their opponents do in Elemental Gaming, they're going to start to posture over to go to B. It's going to be an interesting play call here. And Dios, he's the one who's going to be having to give the most of the information here. Did he notice Flinch lying down? He doesn't. Blinder will spot him and take him down at long range with the AR here. And now it's a foot race to get to this B bomb site. As Barba Blanca is going to be here. He's going to be in TV. Number 7 in shops. He's going to be ready for Barba Blanca potentially here. Instead, he's going to look to play for the plant. And Barba Blanca will be able to find 2 juicy kills in there. He's going to try to retreat. He finds one player shooting at him from the side. Barba Blanca. The collapse from behind as well. Mythical going to pinch on in. Get tagged up. Jafud is just going to be around the corner. Who's going to get the kill? Jafud will. Barba Blanca will get a nice trade. Barba Blanca really close. One more kill away from the ace. Practically doing it all on him, on his lonesome. He's going to be rocking both the guns here. Will he be ready for Jafud coming around that corner? Barba Blanca is going to jump through that window that he's been coming in and out of time and time again. Is he going to wrap around? Will he get the right timing here on this situation? There's not enough time left for the bomb to be planted, and Barba Blanca gonna get it. He's gonna get that round. He's gonna do it all for his side, taking down 3 that round and playing a bit of ring around the rosy, pockets full of posy with the other team, with the last player in Jafud. The first map went the way of Redux Rain, 250 to 138, I believe, or 83, 183, 183, 138, something of that mark was the score line. And Elemental Gaming, they're picking up some chips though here. Looking like they might be able to place a few bets in here and enjoy it and be able to have some game to work with here. Some skin in the game here. As Mythical is gonna slide on out. That's a lot of audio cues he's gonna be giving away. Jafud is gonna take him down as well. And once again, well, Barba Blanca not slippery enough, but once again we see a 2-player play left. In this position here, Dios is going to cross right in front of Schnaps. Really easy work for him just to clean up that kill. Ghost, he's going to still be alive here. He's going to slowly move around and get caught out in the open here. Crossing in the middle of checkers, and unfortunately playing checkers when his teammate, when his counterparts over here, Redux Rain, are playing chess here. It's going to get taken down. Pieces were right in the right spots here. Jafud was just rotating over here, and Schnaps, he just was able to clean up that kill. Very easy. Lickety split. 2 to 1 in favor of Redux Rain. Mythical not going to be doing too well in the search and destroy here. Jafud, though, player debuting for this roster for Redux Rain. You know, I'm smelling something pretty great from him, as he right now is rocking a 4-0 in the S&D here. Jafud looking to go move his way over to these steps to try to find somebody. He spots Ghost's head by those trash bins. Will he be aggressed on? He looks like he will. As Mythical is going to tag him up, Jafud will be able to dip, duck, and dodge away. Slide his way out of there. His pull-out game definitely strong. And Dios does not spot the players crossing over, as it looks like it's going to be a play back around for Redux Rain. They pull everybody, everything, and the kitchen sink out from B bomb site and over to A, as Barba Blanca and the rest of Elemental Gaming, three of their players are going to be ready for this play. Mythical getting into a really important spot to stop the player from Eskies. Jafud's going to peek on out. Jafud might win the gunfight. No, Mythical gets it. But the trades on the hill are all going to be good and in favor of Redux Rain, and Dios in the 1 versus 3 will get a kill onto Flinched. Dios, him and Barba Blanca have been the crux for the side of Elemental Gaming in Search and Destroy. Dios getting another big kill right there. That's going to make things a lot more doable for him. 1 versus 1 in the end here, making that 1 versus 3, using it to full advantage. Now Dios, he's going to make his way over to Eskies. He will not win the gunfight. Redux Rain's last player will be watching that angle at the perfect time. COD timing in favor of him. And Barba Blanca, unfortunately, will drop. Almost. Not, was it Barba Blanca? No, Dios drops in nearly making the 1 versus 3 happen. A mythical moment was upon us. And just as quickly as it was upon us, it was also extinguished. As Dios improves his KD to a 4 and 3. But Redux Rain, they still are on top in the Search and Destroy. And right now, let's take a look at the first bloods here. And it's all been Redux Rain when it comes to these first bloods. And time again, I've mentioned in Search and Destroys here in ALG League and others that first bloods, team with the most first bloods at the end of a match tends to be the team that ultimately wins it. It's one of those things, you know, one of those stat lines that ends up being true for a lot of the time. And we will see a kills come through here. Schnops will be good for a kill as well here. It's going to be a 2 versus 3 though. Elemental Gaming's going to need to go their way. Mythical is going to get tagged up heavy, and it looks like the last 2 players, they're going to be tagged up and known to be over by that bus. Schnops, he's going to be trying to get these kills. Mythical jiggle peeking over and over again. Looks like the bomb though, it's going to start to be worked on over to this A site. Flinched, he's going to be cameraing really well here to grab these 2 angles. He will spot Mythical, snap onto him as well. Ghost, he's the last player alive, going to have to take down Flinched, and no shots back whatsoever. It's pretty much the story of the Search and Destroy so far. 1-4 is the scoreline in the Search and Destroy, and right here, Flinch getting the last 2 kills here to go his way. Ghost just not getting a single bullet into him either. It's just not looking good for the side of Elemental Gaming. They've got to pick it up. They got to pick up the pace and look to try and aim for the face of Redux Rain with those punches, because they're swinging wide of the mark. Flinched, as we've seen him time and time again for this Redux Rain side, standing out atop the charts. He will be getting almost getting the first blood in this one. He does, however, have the best KD in his team. 6 and 2. He's going to get all up in personal with Dios. Even win the gunfight right there. Barba Blanca getting himself his own 2-piece in checkers. He will be pushed up by Schnops. And the last player alive is going to be Ghost, once again for this out of Elemental Gaming. And well, Flinched on a 4 streak, Schnops on a 3 streak. Ghost will take down Flinched. Will he be able to play for his life here? He will. As number 7, Schnops, the 1 versus 2. Schnops is going to be able to plant the bomb. 1 versus 1. Ghost and Schnops. Schnops plants that bomb. The retake situation needs to be worked on by Elemental Gaming's Ghost. He's going to wrap all the way around here from spawns. This is going to eat so much time. And Schnapp's going to be watching things really well here with these cameras. He's going to reposition, readjust. He's going to check that bomb, making sure once again nobody's there. Ghost is going to be coming in from long here, from this half wall brick side. Will he check hedges? That's going to be the big question here. He does not check the corner. Ghost, he's going to try to hop that bomb, and it's just too little too late. He hops it all the way at the end. The Redux Rain player, well practiced, well educated, textbook play in the end there to get his team the round, waits it out, and checks the bomb at the perfect timing. Flinched and Schnapp's not missing a beat. Schnapp's rivaling Flinch right here on the scoreboard for player of the map. As we're into that round number 7, where we see Redux Rain could take a 2-0 series lead with this next round, winning them this map. And Barba Blanca, he's going to try to do something to try to help his team. He's been the one at the front of this formation. He's been very aggressive. He has a Metals-esque style to how he plays. And Jafud, though, gonna get some really big kills there. Ghost will be the last alive once again. This is the 3rd time in a row. 3rd time's the charm that he's able to make a 1 versus 3 or 1 versus 2 happen, and he will drop. 1-6 is the score in this one, and quite frankly, it does not surprise me based off of how we saw those rounds played out by Elemental Gaming, and even statistically going into this one, you know, Flinched and the side of Redux Rain just looked way too strong, and a lot of their stats and numbers that it was going to be a mission and a half for the side of Elemental Gaming to really come out on top, in my opinion. Now, we do have another map we are guaranteed, and that one's going to be Checkmate, I believe, or Checkmate or Raid is one of the two for the control. And right now, with how things are going, the pace, the slaying power we saw in the first one, in the first map, first respawn, as well as just the momentum that Redux Rain has at their disposal and in their pocket, it just looks a little bit too late for the side of Elemental Gaming, though they do have the opportunity to shock and awe here. Can they get themselves on the board with a map win here in this series? Well, we'll find out shortly after a small little break once again, guys. And we'll be into the next map in mode. That will be, of course, a control or I believe a raid, something of that nature. I'm not fully certain about it because I'm having a little Dory effect right now from Finding Nemo. You know, short-term memory loss. That's what I'm suffering from right now. So you guys will see it. I'll see it. But you know, there's a control coming up. Okay, control. I promise. Let's get it. Skirt. Skirt. I know some of you guys might not be liking the music I got in between maps, you know, and before the match, after the match. It's not as cool as the CDL music, okay? I will admit. But you know what's really cool, and maybe even cooler than the CDL music? How Redux Rain has been performing so far in this one. Very calm, cool, and collected bunch of players here. Jafud, he's been the one that I feel like has been, you know, on my mind throughout this series the most. He's been really causing me to take some quite a few double takes, you know, as he's a new player jumping into this roster, and he's making a huge difference, you know. He's being heard by these enemy players, you know. They're seeing him all the time in the kill feed as he's taking them down. And right now, 5-1 on a 4 streak. Just holding down this A site by himself. They don't even need to they don't even need to send anybody else over at A to go and help hold that hill. They just need him on there. It's looking like he's reminding me of how Hope was playing that A site in Zella Squad's game yesterday. You know, where he was the only one. He was just sitting up there on the raid. The man's on 7 in a row. What kid is he's like a jack of all trades here, but just jack of all tricks. Jafud on a full streak right now. He's gonna hop on down off of his perch, and he doesn't even need to be roosted up like a hawk. He can swoop in like an eagle and take down these players. Jafud making people go thud as they're hitting the ground, hitting the driveway with their heads. Elemental Gaming sitting down like a toddler in timeout as Redux Rain just stomp them, punish them for every single decision they tried to make to get themselves out of spawn. Just, oh man, relentless holds and pressure from Redux Rain, and we'll see if this continues as they're going to be on offensive side here on this raid. Control, they have their defense 1. That's the first check in the common textbook strategy of how to win controls, is win your defensive rounds. Now the next possible strategy to take is obviously winning a few offenses. And well, for those of you that aren't too familiar with raid control, in comparison to the other control maps available, it has the highest success rate for offensive side, getting offensive sided wins. Jafud, he's going to be tempting. They're playing with fate. He's going to be playing with Ghost over here at pool steps. He will ultimately take him down. Maybe notice the player that went to ball court. He won't. That player's going to swing on out, but Mythical will drop to Jafud. He's going to be on a streak once again of 5. This man, only 2 deaths each round of this control. He's just been going on his own sort of streak. He captured a point as well, just solo dolo there. Jafud, what? The guy comes in, he levels the playing field, not in a balancing way, but in a way that's just absolutely disrespectful. He doesn't even need to use the AR. He has an AK-74 in his hands, and he's absolutely dropping them. People in chat, you were talking about hiding your girlfriends from Flinched. I would have said that after like every single match of Redux Rain's action thus far in the league, but this one, Jafud could even take your girlfriends. You don't even need to take them on a date. He can probably get to home plate before any of you folks. He's playing absolutely out of his mind right now. Styling on the other team. Dios is going to get a big two-piece in the back here. That's going to be good. The defense are going to try to make things a little bit more doable here, as lives are, you know, respectfully speaking, they're close. Mythical's going to get one big kill here. Can he get the second kill on Schnops? The ring around the rosy. He's going to be able to notice him right there, and he will be able to take him down. Will Mythical be able to challenge for anything more? He has to watch his back because there's a player coming from right behind him. Mythical needs to dip, duck, and dodge behind this white van. Use the white fan as a place to hide, and he's gonna get himself another kill. He's living at large now, 3 in a row. He does drop Ghost as well. So some of the strong defensive players for the side of Elemental Gaming that have been heating up in this round are finally off the board. 10-5 is the life differential. Dios dropping over at A, and A being the last point of contest for Redux Rain to have to try to get Ghost off the board as well. 2 players left. This is all but over here for the side of Elemental Gaming in this round as Redux Rain look to walk right through, picking up this point like free samples at a Costco. Redux Rain being fed really well here by Elemental Gaming, and not just this map, not just this mode, but also in this series as they're up 2-0. And then also up 2-0 in this control on raid. Looking to close things out 3-0 in both the map mode and the overall scoreline. If they can take this next round here, and a defensive round is also on the cards for them. And Jafud, all the streaks he's been earning, for certain, I'm nearly certain that he's also overlapped his streaks as well. Just without a care in the world around that. He's going to have streaks to use this round to help maybe the team close out things here. End things off quick. You know, getting the pain out of the way here. Like putting down a dog that's been sick for months and months and months with really low possibilities of recovery. Elemental Gaming, they're fighting tooth and nail here in these rounds. The streaks are going to come in. They're going to be good for 1 kill, as Elemental Gaming, the lives are close. Elemental Gaming, they're holding down. They're not being swept out at a blistering pace that we saw in, you know, the opening round of this control. But Flinch getting a massive 2-piece in the side, it's going to be doing wonders for the morale. He's going to get himself a 3rd, maybe Ghost as well for the 4th. He cleans them all up like a janitor in an elementary school after lunchtime. Putting out the trash, taking them out, doing the environment well, and Elemental Gaming just, they're not in their element whatsoever up against Redux Rain tonight, as they're going to be dropping this round in due time here, ultimately dropping the map and the series in a 3-0 fashion, as Redux Rain, they will look to end their week with a 1-1 record on the week and an overall 5-5 to help keep their heads up high, keep them floating above the water, in trying to keep a top 4 spot in that group of death that is the Group A. Flinched in the kill cam, earning the kill cam with this really strong 4-kill streak he got here that I highlighted and talked about, you know, making sure he gets a moment in the spotlight there for his fans here in chat. Shout out to all of them, you Flinched fiends, as Flinched and co. Redux Rain are able to win the matchup on stream tonight. They're able to take it against Elemental Gaming 3-0. Expectations are met, you know, potentially exceeded with how the scoreline looked on a few of these maps. On these 3 maps, you know, 1 or 2 of these 3 maps, and well, you know, can't complain. If you're Elemental Gaming though, it's good. This is practice. This is stuff that your team needs to see yourselves get, you know, defeated on these maps and modes now, because every team makes the playoffs. You gotta find a way to, you know, figure out all of your issues, all of your problems. You know, look at them not under a microscope, but really look at them. You know, because under a microscope, it's just a bit too harsh for a team that has to still get some of these basics down pat to really help them out in that losers bracket, at least to take away a series in the round 1 of losers bracket, where you're up against, you know, the quote unquote losers in the bottom 4 of the, you know, opposite group. So it's going to be interesting to see if they end up doing any better down the line, how Elemental Gaming improves, or if they continue to stay at this low spot that they're in here with now 1-8 record that they'll be. I think it's 1-8. I might have put them as 1-8 before, but I think it's a 1-8. I'll double check here, as I think they do still have the off-stream match to play. Those of you guys in chat though that are saying GGs and stuff like that, we really appreciate that. Really great sportsmanship by both the fans and spectators at home, as well as the players that tune in here and also say their GGs. Much appreciated from all of you guys, and thank you so much for all the kind words as well that you guys send my way. Those of you that are really thankful for my casting and really enjoy it, I appreciate it. I enjoy doing what I do, and trying to provide as much entertainment as I can for you folks at home, and also help educate some of you guys that are trying to get better at the game and or are getting into the game as well, from a spectating point or even a playing point. Coming up next though is going to be a very interesting match. We have one team that's adjusted, has added in, I believe, 2 new players in the form of Las Vegas Spades, and then we also have the side of OP Black, Oculus Performance Black, who are making their debut here, taking over the really rough spot that we saw the side of Next Gaming leave behind, of a 1-7 record. They're coming in with some determination and some positive vibes. From what I've heard, they're a pretty strong and interesting team that shouldn't be slouched or slept on. So it's going to be interesting to see what they can do, how they can shake up this group as the second half of the season is still commencing and still going on. There is still that opportunity to potentially make the top 4 of their group if they do obviously play very perfectly and win 5 to 6 of their matches, I would assume, that they have remaining. So it's going to be interesting to see how things move forward, as we have that interesting match up for you guys to witness and watch following this one. So if you guys want, stick around, because I'm going to go for a little break, set things up with all the graphics and all the doodads and whatnots and thingamabobs on the stream, get the players in here for the next match. It's at 9:30. So until then, stick around. You guys can listen to the jams that I'll play. If you guys got any song requests that aren't obviously inappropriate, vulgar, things like that, I might be able to throw them up for you guys as well in the little break. But we will be taking a short break to get ready for that next match. It's going to be an interesting one. If any of you guys got any last minute questions for me, anything you guys want to say to Redux or Elemental that you guys want me to maybe say out loud, I'd love to say it. I'm loving the love for Flinched and Jafud as well in chat. Interesting stuff there. Maybe I'll get a Redux hat at some point. I'm rocking the Toronto Ultra one because I'm that massive Toronto Ultra supporter here. Living at large here in Toronto area. You got to represent the 6, represent the team that comes away with the win today. Big one, 3-0 against their opponents, the London Royal Ravens, that were an interesting side, to say the least. Now, I will be jumping over to that break, folks, but thank you guys so much for tuning in, and stick around because we got more action to come in the ALG Masters League. We got ourselves Team Spades, or Las Vegas Spades, up against Oculus Performance Black, coming your guys' way around 9:30. So stay tuned for that.
To the baseline. Get down to the baseline.
watching it end again and again. I feel it in waves, you follow me, drifting to places I should leave. So close to the edge of something so perfect. We were too scared to take the leap. I'm missing the way we used to be. Let me go. Left me in this mess I'm falling. Never know. Can't find a reason why. Can't get any closer. Can't find a reason why. Can't get any closer. Can't find a reason why. Can't get any closer. Can't get any closer. Try to forget all that we had. I'm rolling like water in the sea. The memories crashing into me. So close to the edge of something so worth it. You had the world right at your feet. It almost is all we'll ever be. We can't get any Let me go. Left me in this mess I'm falling. Never know. Can't find a reason why. Can't get any closer. Can't find a reason why. Can't get any closer. Can't find a reason why. We couldn't get any closer. We couldn't get any closer. We couldn't get any closer. Ice cold, swimming against the tide. I wanna forget you, but you pull me in. I know this ocean is far too wide. I wanna forget you. Let me forget you. Push and pull, but you repel me, giving up this fight. Love and hate, we learned the
don't feel I have one. I wanna forget you, but only time will heal. Too late to erase the bad we've done. I wanna forget you. Let me forget you. Push and pull, but you repel me. I'm giving up this fight. Love and hate, we learned the lies. I'm giving up this fight.
we'll start falling, falling, falling. Cause we'll start falling, falling, falling. Cause we'll start falling.
Gave you too much, now I'm swallowed. Now I'm the fool while you're breaking rules. Dangerous path that I follow. Oh, go on, just do what you do. And it hurts as I bleed for you, cry for you. Oh, oh. Let me bleed as I bleed for you, cry for you. Oh, oh. Let me bleed. Let me all of the pain seems to follow like a shadow, dark and cold to the touch. Am I insane not to let go? Oh, go on, just do what you do. And it hurts as I bleed for you, cry for you. Oh, oh. Let me bleed as I bleed for you, cry for you. Oh, oh. Let me bleed.
there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. And unfortunately, we have a situation on our hands that I don't think we've had so far has happened. But the new roster coming in, Oculus Performance Black, they're currently competing in a NACAL, another league. They're competing in a match in another league. So, they told us ahead of time they had another league's match, and they were going to try to get that done and dusted. And unfortunately they did not they did not end up getting it done and dusted. They have 2 more maps to do, so they are telling us to sort of wait on them. So I guess that's the sort of situation we're in. So I'm not happy. The other team though seems pretty reasonable about it. The Las Vegas Spades, they're being genuine, they're being nice enough to allow the other team to just they'll play even if it's later in the evening. So yeah, we'll reconvene, we'll restart the stream back when their match is ready. So for those of you guys that have been waiting this whole entire time, I am sorry, but if you guys do want something to pass your time before the next match starts, before we get back here, go check out my Twitter. And I had a recent tweet that I retweeted a thread that's going on in the ALG community around Zello Squad and Hidden and Astro from a Hi-Fi, and a few other people from the community are coming into it and saying things as well. And it's just a wacky, it's just not a wacky thing, but it's a thread. It is a thread. It's a long one, and I got thrown in there, and it's funny. So you guys can go check out my responses in the thread and everything like that. Go check it out. Go to my Twitter. Drop me a follow as well while you're at it. I would appreciate it, as well as when I share my content for ALG and CDL and whatnot. You guys can check that out. Stay up to date on all of that, and stay informed. And but yeah, guys, we'll be in for the action later on this evening between Las Vegas Spades and Oculus Performance Black. Should be an interesting debut for both these teams. Las Vegas Spades, they're debuting 2 players coming on over in their new roster. Sort of, it's been fixed together, melded together in a short amount of time. And then Oculus Performance Academy, or not Academy, Black, they're going to be coming in, and they're going to be debuting for you guys. Should be an interesting one. Interesting night, interesting day. So much fun. I will see you guys in the match to come. Peace out.